Want to welcome you all to the Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin Spike. This is London, and in the way, of introduction, guys. I'm a former financial analyst, a former finance professional. We welcome our VIP and all of our members to the station. If you're brand new, go ahead and smash the like button. All of you, please smash the like button. We're going to do a test on the like button, whether or not you guys like these VIP streams. Okay, I'm going to test that today. Hit the like button if you do like them. I know a lot of you will watch this tomorrow. It's about midnight or so. We're into the trading day, down just a touch, about 2.36%. An exciting last 24 hours. I want to shout out to all the VIP. Shout out to Angel, first and foremost, brother. Hope you're doing very well. Top contributor, top right, $1,000 super chat king. Angel is kind of the king of the channel. Really, really a great guy. We're excited to have him. He's been in, guys, he's been in Bitcoin since $7.79. So we are excited to have him. In the way of additional introductions, I want to say shout out to Freddie. Now, Freddie is our VIP champion, guys, of 2022 January. We're going to show the NFT real quickly. Absolutely exciting. There we go, Freddie. What makes Freddie special? Well, Freddie, he will hit that button. I will get into the details today, just here in a little bit, but very exciting price action as we look at the entirety of the last 12 to 24 hours. We had a huge pickup here. This specific target was fantastic, guys. Just a huge pickup, and I want to shout out to Freddie because Freddie booked a trade, a really nice trade in here, and it was really an exciting day for price action. You guys know Bitcoin got up and just kept going. Let's review the price action. Currently, it's at 35,944. Okay, from the point of our specific. This is our specific. I'm just going to claim that, guys. It's the truth. Our specific price target right here. The market maker came down and bam, picked up that level. Let's just measure to the top. Let's take a look at that real quickly. Okay, in terms of that, guys, 15%, 15.45% overall could have been captured. Now, we were completing a fan, okay, essentially a fan reversal pattern, Now, in the midst of that, and I'll just tell you guys, we had predicted this zone literally with pinpoint accuracy. You guys will see. Let me see if I can find the specific chart. There we go. You see the blue zone in here. Yes, in this area, just to review, in this specific area, while we were in here, you see this blue zone. I did let everybody know I'd like to break out in that zone. There we go. Flat top, ascending, trying to formulate an ascending triangle. We called that blue zone. Exciting for all the VIP, for everybody in the house. Very exciting to see that. We have a different pattern ongoing now that we're going to talk about. Essentially kind of this arrowhead structure. I had called that out as kind of an arrowhead. Just a consolidation. I want to see some price action. I'll go through the details in terms of what I am looking for in that specific zone. We had quite a few things going on in light of that fan reversal. I want to talk about now, not a pattern that you typically see people trade. We focus on all of the patterns, okay? And we focus on the New York Institute of Finance, etc. Guys, they were founded by the New York Stock Exchange in 1922. So yes, get used to that. We like to do the same thing that the big guys on Wall Street are doing, etc. A lot of former financial professionals, etc. So in the group, guys, and formerly here. Guys, we've had people from BlackRock, JP Morgan, from crypto exchanges, from everybody. So, this is the number one spot to be at. If you can maintain your position, I'll tell you that. So some people just get kind of washed out by the market. This is not the time to get washed out. It's the time to get excited. $37,578. Let's see, $78 was the top line of this ascending triangle. I notified essentially VIP of this specific, and shout out to Big Mike, former JP Morgan, my man. What's up, brother? If you're watching the stream, I want to say, yeah, this played out. The good thing is this: it didn't play out fully in terms of that price target. We had a price target higher for Bitcoin, and let's go ahead and just draw this out. We had a price target all the way up to, let's look at this, guys. We had a price target up into, I'd say almost 40,000, 39,750. Now, in this area, however, I'm going to say however, okay, look at this, guys. In this specific area, and this may be a short stream. I want to capture this for a reason, okay? In this specific area, I don't think you can see the time necessarily. Let's see if we can bring the time up. The time's going to be difficult for me to show on this. I'm going to have to really scroll down into here. Well, let's see if we can do this. You guys can see the time. There we go. And we'll work on the details in terms of the sorry about the frame plating, but I want to get the time in there. right in here at 13:05. Do you guys see the time on the very bottom here? 13:05. It'll be designated. And we'll always watch this on the big screen TV. It'll be designated on that bottom portion, 13:05. You see, just look straight down. Boom, 13:05. This was the exact moment right in here that I literally contacted. I went to the back, and that was the high of the session. I want to let you guys know that was the ultimate high of the session. Now, this is the qualification here. I have traded a lot of ascending triangles, like a ton of ascending triangles, particularly in this kind of recapture or retracement last 80 days. I have really paid attention to them. Like when I say that I study, I study something empirically. I absolutely do. So Freddie was in the back. I'm going to recount this for Freddie. Freddie was in the back, and what was the deal? Well, we were here and we were within this zone, and I was like, Freddie had already said, just to tell all the VIP who may not have been watching or been in the back at that time, I just want to recount it. Freddie was in the back. He had already said, I'm in a 5L position, etc. And we're looking at a shout out to I don't know, any decision makers in and around Russia or local liaisons, etc. We're really excited to see what's going to go on with Russia. Good news, huh? They're not going to ban crypto. How cool, how awesome is that? We're excited that the Russians are going to be able to trade crypto. We're looking forward to competing with them. Absolutely. So I want to talk about this 105, the 105 time frame. Look in the back. Now, this is a copy from what I did because I knew he was interested in letting go that BTC 5L. Now, what did Freddie say? I wrote to Freddie. I said, Freddie, we're all interested. I'm like, what will your release threshold be? And do you already have a game plan for re-entry? Possibly. Breakout trades have been so rough. Moon Boy's already thinking 75,000. That was at 1:04 p.m. We're going to talk about Freddie real quickly because Freddie, as you know, is the champ of January. 2022 January VIP champion trader. Okay, just for January here. Now, the interesting thing, I wrote that at 1:04. Why did I write that? You guys know, we're going over the time sequence right now. Absolutely. At 1:04, I'm just going to draw let me draw some sort of I just want to document this for everybody, including for Freddie and everybody, because Freddie booked a good trade. I'll just say he booked a good trade. And I'll let him tell you guys exactly where he got in, exactly where he got out. Some of that's his business, but it's exciting to be a part of that. At 1:04, I contacted him and just said, hey, by the way, I know that you had plans to get out, right? It's that's part of the framework here. So he had already stated he was looking at getting out, and I really was just like, Freddie, how we doing, Freddie, right? And I just traded a lot of these. He had gotten at the threshold, and on the 5-minute, you can clearly see I was just like, kind of time to prod a little bit. Don't mean to ever push you guys in terms of when you buy and when you sell. I want it to be your decision, okay? I do. I want you guys to book your own trades. And if I bring up something like that in the future, don't necessarily take it, and that's part of this as well. Don't necessarily take it as a, hey, it's time to quit, okay? This just worked out literally almost within the next minute or so. I would just, and I don't want to ever like scream emergency, right? We scream, cry wolf in the back. I don't want to do that. But at the same time, Freddie was prepared. He had mentioned beforehand that he was looking at releasing something, and it just within the threshold of that ascending triangle, right at that 105 marker there, I just let Freddie know. I was like, hey, Freddie, what's your threshold? What are you doing? What's going on? So the good thing, and I want to reply I want to include all of this as we would look at Freddie's response. Bam, he's right there at that time. Look at that, 104. This is just a copy of what we went through. Exactly at 104 in the VIP DM, literally on point, exactly there. Bam, bam, ready to engage in the market, ready to engage with me, ready to absorb market intel. Very important. Like Angel always says, number one TA, number one market intel. You can't beat that. And I want to shout out to you, Freddie, because irrespective of exactly how long it took you to go in and hit the button, and you had a position to liquidate. So it was it may have been set up programmatically. I'm not sure how you decided to ultimately do that, but the sign of a champ is that you're involved, you are ready. And I cannot reinforce that enough as to how much that means just in terms of what I see traders being successful. Freddie being there on target. Like literally, if you're going to receive any kind of a message or even look again at your trade list, 104, 105, what am I going to do? We always say you have to hit that button. And that comes from a Big Mike. Big Mike, shout out to you again. JP Morgan, former JP Morgan over startups, etc. I think in that division, I'll let him tell you guys. Maybe one day if he will ever come on the show. Good friend of mine, Mike. You're a great guy, and it's nice to know. Hope you're watching this. Hopefully you're booking some trades, brother. I hope so. And you are the man. You got to say that you are the man. Now in terms of this specific threshold that we reached, I've traded enough of these right in this departure from the 69,000, etc. And so when I brought that to Freddie, it wasn't like a, hey, time to cut bait and run. Just, just a reminder. And what I love about it, he was fully engaged, ready to, ready to react. I had to say that. Now, his judgment, and I always tell this about to people and definitely to VIP traders, your judgment governs. I'm going to tell you that. In terms of you guys going out to look for anything else that will accommodate what you want to do in the market, guys, your TA is going to beat anybody else in the market. I'm just going to tell you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be VIP. You're just, you are as committed. You have the authorities. You've got, in terms of those, the classical features of technical analysis. Guys, nobody's going to beat you. You have the materials, the tools, the know-how. Your toolbox is going to cream. It's actually going to just smash through anything else that you guys see on the internet. So if you ever try to say, well, what does this person say? What does that person say? I want to know what you say. All right, that's the key feature here. The time that you spend going to look for a different opinion or a different something else, and sometimes we'll do it. Angel and I'll just kind of throw around somebody else's opinion. We have some funny ways of interacting with around some of those people. But what I'll say is this is proof positive. Boom, 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 boom. And what I'll do is challenge Freddie on this. When you were looking at the green candle right then, there's two ways to look at a green candle. One is we are going up. All right, we are going up. I'm going to tell you, particularly on a 5L position, okay, or a 5S, even anything on leverage, right, ETFs, etc. What I'm going to tell you is when you also see a green candle, there's two ways to look at a green candle. We'll go through some price action and patterns here in a bit, but this will apply to everybody. When you see a green candle, okay, on your trading platform, and you see that ongoing, okay, there's two ways to look at that, guys. There's two ways. One is that, well, it's an indicator of momentum. We are headed up in the specific direction. We'll just say we're at this level, and we're headed up in this specific direction. This is great news. I'm making money. Well, there's a whole other group or camp of individuals. Let me kind of let me expand this a little bit just to kind of instruct here, just to let you know what I know about the market. Okay, how about that? If you guys disagree, you let me know. But when you see a green candle pushing up like this, okay, yes, it's directional. Yes, it's an indication potentially of momentum and future price action. When you don't know what's going on, I'll tell you, there's somebody in the market whose orders, okay, particularly on these 5L positions, etc., whose orders are getting completed as that candle pushes up. All right, whose orders to exit the market are literally being filled up exactly during that time. So if you're sitting and watching, and there is a personal style to this. There's a kind of a what would you call it? Just a level of experience that you get into, etc., where you're going to feel comfortable. You're going to have your own threshold. That's why I asked Freddie. I was like, what is your threshold here? What do you want to do? Because for all I know, Freddie wants to carry down, carry up, and he's just going to carry that. He may just carry that and double or triple down into it. That's more in line with the approach that we have in terms of me finding that out, rather than saying, hey, there's a fire in the basement. Everybody run out of the house. That's not the idea, right? So as we would look at this, I want you to think about the candle, a candle that's being formed at any point in time when you see a green wick going to the upside. Okay, when you see that price action, always know that somebody's orders are in the market and their price is just getting filled up perfectly. Now, you guys know on the 5Ls, on your spot trades as well, when the price moves against you at all, as we go into this kind of the more detailed time frame here, this 5 minutes, and really dig into it a bit, as you look at the at these, let's say specifically this specific candle here. Okay, that's a nice order fill there. Okay, and I say people who had specifically. And to tackle something in reverse is easy. I'll just say that all the time. Once you experience one of these issues where, well, I have my price set, I'm selling at a specific price. Same question as you get into whether you're going to buy something. And the question is always at what price, okay? When you sell something, the question is going to be at what price. You set your order. You put it in, right? You put your order in to sell. When you put your order in to sell and you see one of these green candles, what is it doing? It is completely filling up your orders, all right? Your orders to sell are getting fulfilled. So as you look at these candles, sometimes they're going to mean something different to you, even when you decide to set your sell order in advance. And maybe that's a good lesson for everybody today. And part of it was playing. It was a very, I don't know, guys, not a tricky day. We knew the Fed meeting was happening, et cetera. But in terms of the overall response, it's just like, well, what exactly, maybe there was a degree of unknown. Well, that is the same as it has always been, right? I don't think that's any different than what else we've seen throughout each and every day. It maintains its own level of risk. I want to go to where do I want to go to now? Dun, 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 dun. I want to go to a different trend is your friend. Yes, there we go. I want to go to trend is your friend. Okay, I want to go through some facets here that are very important in terms of what did we hit today. Okay, what did we hit? Let's go over. We'll go through this blue line. We can take off these EMA bands, okay, for a minute. Let's take those off, though they do look nice there. I want to get into trend as your friend, and I want to go through the EMA bands, particularly because I want to go through the same, essentially, did anything change today? Maybe not. We're going to go through that real quickly. Let me find if I can, may have a sip of coffee here as well. Let me see. Trend is your friend. Where is that specific? I may need to go back to the other chart. Trend is your friend. Where do we go? I got too many. We got too many lines and indicators. Let me go back to the other chart real quickly just to make sure that it's on spot. If not, I'll just add it. And I've been testing a lot of these things for the VIP. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. And you notice I'm just not using those. As I would look at this, let's go back to trend is your friend. Okay, let's go into trend is your friend. There we go. Boom. Boom. And I did test out a lot of those indicators for the VIP just to let you guys know. Went through as many of them as I possibly could have, just to you kind of see, where are they? Are they something that could be useful to the VIP? And I found, well, really not. Okay, just in terms of some entries are indicated. Sometimes you get an entry on a buy sell signal, and then it would keep you in too long. And if you don't have that trade experience, I'm just going to tell you, if you don't have the trade experience, it's just the likelihood of you getting burned is huge. I'll just tell you, guys. So in terms of that, and also if you don't have that heavy reserve cash, that backup heavy reserve cash just becomes critical, right? It absolutely does. Let's go through this real quickly. Let's do that. And then we got all on. Let me go ahead and save that. The save button is on the top there. I'll walk you guys through that if we need to at a later point in time. Let's go through the 1 hourly on. I like that that indicator. Trend is your friend. Let's go through that. So nice take, Freddie. I'll say that. Nice trade. Way to book that trade. I'm excited during this price action. And let's just measure this up here because this was just huge. This was a 15.39% total capturable since our specific target. That's nice. Okay, 15 to 16%, but 15.5% capturable. That's really nice if you're on leverage, etc. That's just a really nice day. It's a nice couple of days. So shout out to Freddie. A nice take. You got to be prepared to take in this market. So what I want to get into right now are the specific EMAs. You guys know that we have covered these in some detail, and we'll talk about this kind of arrowhead function here. Essentially, just a consolidation. If you were to look at this, what is it? I say like an arrowhead. Well, essentially, it's going to be a coil, right? I've drawn out a coil. Okay, that's essentially what I've drawn out. Just a consolidation. In which we would have some buyers expressing, and we'll get into this right now, I suppose. Given this quote unquote failure at this level in around the 38,890, the one benefit that we have is that we're potentially set up for a decent, and this is what I would like to see out of this formation, this coil, is if the buyers can step in, and they're going to have to, you guys are going to have to, right, step in on your fibs, okay, on your Fibonacci's. They'll be definitely reflected through fib levels in your Fibonacci's. Definitely you guys know your pricing targets. But if buyers will step in, we're going to be looking at formulating, and I've had this dotted line here, we're going to be looking at formulating an ascending triangle. That would be ideal. That would be really ideal. We would love to see an ascending triangle be formulated. Okay, and I would say the fallback to that would be something in line with either a descending triangle and this specific coil here, or this symmetrical formation gives us most of the parameters that we would need to work with in terms of this level. Please pay attention. Okay, just pay attention, please. As we would look at this, a flat line top resistance, flat top resistance with an ascending. Can we establish an ascending? These are kind of the three options amongst some others. Okay, if we had a flat bear flag or a straight bear flag or something along those lines, it could be a different pattern. But this is going to capture, I think, some of the primary ones I want to look at. Okay, ascending triangle possible. Sit this on top. We need buyers to step in, formulate an ascending line of support. Copy that. The other option would be okay, would be a coil, like I've already mentioned. We would have a constriction into the red and the green area wherein we would see a symmetrical triangulation. That would technically be a continuation pattern. Not something we're really looking forward to in terms of any of the bulls right now. Bulls are impatient, I'll tell you that. And I laugh because with Freddie, I could have told him to sell 50 times. He probably never would have sold. So I got to tell you, that's part of the bulls. That's part of what makes Freddie Freddie. That's what makes him a champ is he'll power through. He will. And I've seen him do it many times. I've seen Angel do it many times. Just, you can't steer a bull in a different direction. Once they buy, once they got their mindset, they're going. Bull's ready to run. He's going to run. Just absolutely. So as we would look at this specific level, the one thing that I wanted to bring your attention to, we may make it a short, kind of a short stream tonight. I'm sure people are busy trading. Angel, we'd like to know how your trade's going. Brother, come on. We need to know. VIP need to know. We need to know how those trades are going. I know they're going, but we need to see how they're going. It's part of the excitement. It's part of 2022. We need to know what's going on with our big guy up at top. We got to know. We got to know. That's just from the heart, brother. We got to know. We got to know what you're thinking. The no fear zone, I don't know. I want to know. I got to hear it. We got to know what's going on. So in terms of this support to resistance, break out of this descending wedge, right? Copy that. Break out of the descending wedge. We had talked about the recapture of the descending wedge. The fact that essentially I've looked at so many of these, we're inclined to want to recapture. This was a good example because it was not. It was not. What would I say? It was not something that is a guarantee in terms of the performance of it. We recaptured the descending wedge, right? Absolutely, we recaptured this descending wedge, but we did not complete the bullish pattern. The bullish expectation would be a breakout to the upside. That's just consistent with the last 80 days or so. It's been a difficult retracement for bulls. It just has been. Always, guys, always that backup reserve cash is really going to serve you well, okay, in the market. Now, in terms of what I keep getting back to, and this is the real solid play. And welcome to everybody in the community this evening. I know Europe is a different hour. Russia is a different hour. Maybe crypto's on in Russia. Maybe we'll have some more Russian guys and girls that are wanting to trade crypto. We look forward to that. We just want the competition. I'll tell you, as long as it's a good square and fair match, we want the competition. So it's not, we're not favoring Russia, favoring U.S. We just want the competition. We want more traders. That's what we want. We want more traders. We want that in the market as much as we possibly can get that together. So shout out to Russia, to all those guys who are making decisions. I don't know who is, but I got to tell you, it was nice to see Putin just power back in because everybody, and I kind of knew this, I don't know. I mean, I have to say this because Vladimir Putin said, and I'll remember it, and it's nice to see him fight back for Russia, to fight back for their ability to take on crypto, right? I mean, I'm going to tell you, I remember him saying, do you guys remember this? I remember him saying cryptocurrency can be used as a what did he say, for payments. I remember him saying that in the last 6 months. I remember him saying that. So then what happened? The Russian monetary system, right, the big bank, right, the central bank of Russia, decided to come through and say, no, we are not going to allow cryptocurrency. We're going to ban it. And in my mind, I'm thinking, but I remember Putin said that cryptocurrency, if you guys follow this, because for me, I'm like, but I remember Putin said. I remember that he said that cryptocurrency could be used. And then we had the Russian bank recently that said, no, it cannot be used. We're going to ban it, proposing a ban. So I'm really excited that this guy right here, I'm really excited that he decided to stand up today for the Russian people and say, yes, we will regulate it. However, and I don't mean to not show a favorable image there at all, but he did say, yes, we will regulate it, but maybe not the banning. So very exciting to see that development. And I remembered what he said. Do you guys remember that? I do. I remember him saying it could be used for payments. So I'm really excited about that. Again, what do we want? We want the additional traders. We just do. We want those guys. We want them in the market. We want that competition. It is not. I mean, it doesn't go without saying, guys. And it's, I have to tell you, I've studied everything from geopolitics to nuclear weapons, et cetera, et cetera. Right? There's a lot that goes on. I tell everyone, like the big bad wolf. Where's the big bad wolf? Well, guys, just think about it. Right now, I'm not going to comment on warfare or anything like that. People have problems, from all over the world. Those are not my problems to discuss necessarily. But I have to say, like when Deloitte and Touche, you do your taxes with Deloitte and Touche, right? Yes, maybe you do. If you're in a corporate world or something, you do your taxes with Deloitte and Touche. If you want to, you go to Moscow. You have coffee at the Deloitte and Touche cafe. All right, so okay, whatever's going on, I've almost gotten to the point, and I won't comment on the veracity of any news scheduling sources, etc. I won't do that. All I will do is say our thoughts and prayers are with everybody all the time, and we're just excited that we have potentially more Russian traders. Okay, I'm excited about that. Very excited to say that in terms of cryptocurrency, etc. There's just nothing I could be excited about more than another country. Now, who's next? China. I mean, I have to say, if we could fold in a bunch of traders from China, man, we would be on it, guys. If somehow China could flip the switch around, because they've been digging up against like, we don't want cryptocurrency traders. We don't want that used at all. I mean, it's just I mean, guys, the whole aspect of the market of trading, it's crucial. It's a big deal. It's part of the culture that we just love. We thrive on it. So when we look at that, the opportunities in the space are there. The technology, the utility, like it's a new space. It's very exciting. I don't think it's mutually exclusive. I'd say that in terms of, let's say, a central bank digital currency with cryptocurrency. I think there's going to be a lot of utility, things that we can't even imagine right now. I'm just excited about the space, and I'm excited that we get to trade against Russians right now. It's going to be fun. Okay, so if we could trade against the Chinese, right? Let's get those Chinese traders. Let's get them. Let's get them. Let's go after them. Let's see if we can beat them. Right, that would be the idea. So all in fun, and just appreciating the market dynamics, and we'll look forward to seeing what the U.S. president soon has to say. I think within 30 days, it's going to be his. Okay, it's going to be his, the U.S. president is going to be his call in terms of like some other proposals that are coming out. So it's getting exciting. Let's see. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. We'll have to see and wait. So this specific, I just call it an arrowhead function, right? This here specific arrowhead function. What I'm going to say is just a coil, right? It's just expressive of a coil with a potential, as we look at the lower time frames, for that ascending triangle. And I'm just excited. You guys can tell I'm excited. Anytime we'll get more traders in the market, I'm just like, yes, this is what we need. Some people would want to eliminate competition. I want more competition. That's what I want. I want to know that we're the best in the world. I just do. And that's not, I mean, we have the talent here. We do. We have the talent. We have a lot of the results. We have, the resume on this specific channel. You're not going to beat it. Like, you guys are awesome. And I always say it's not me. It's all about you guys. So I'm excited about that. Big shout out to Angel, my man. What's up? What's up? And a lot of U.S. military in the house. What's going on, guys? Okay, we got some guys shipping out to Korea. Some guys coming back from Korea. It's just pretty cool. Shout out to Kuda over in Germany. What's up with United States Air Force in the house? Shout out to all the guys. Anything military, anything law enforcement, etc. We just shout out to everybody who's doing good things, right? Serving. It's exciting. So we'd like to formulate this ascending triangle. That's on the map in line with this specific formation. Now, let's see here, guys. Let's see. What we ran into also in terms of that specifically timed up kind of notification in the back to Freddie, like a heads up. And I think Slovenia may be in the house. Hey, Slovenia, how are you? We want you to join our base camp. All right, you join our base camp. That's what we want you to do, is join our base camp. You can do that. Just hit the join button, right? That's real easy for like $5 or something like that. It's not a big deal. And then we'll know you belong with your badge, etc. We would like that. Yeah, so we would like badges. Everybody has to have badges. It's exclusive, so we have to get through that. In terms of the entirety of this formation, what we're going to get into, particularly on, let's go to the 1 hourly. All right, to the 1 hourly is the following. Okay, nothing changed. As much as we wanted it to change, nothing changed. All right, now we wanted it to change today. Nothing changed. What have I talked about? Like, a dozen, half a dozen, 2 dozen, 3 dozen times. Well, these darn moving averages on the hourly. Yes, the darn moving averages on the hourly. What are they? Remember the trend is your friend? I gave you guys that instructional. Yes, okay. So where did we get to? We got to the 200, the purple. We got to the purple 200 yet again. All right, look at this over the past several. Now, there was one instance where we really had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys understand that's Elliott wave formation. Elliott wave, okay? We had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. A nice wave sequence one time. One time over and above the 200, and the 100. Okay, so that would be the purple is going to be that purple line that you see on your screen is the 200. The orange is the 100. So almost, you guys are looking for a magic touch. Well, I don't know. Anyone who would say to me right now, London, I just don't know when to sell. I don't know when to sell. I can't do it. I don't know when to do it, London. Come on, guys. Come on. Look at these lines. I brought these to your guys' attention. The point is, you don't want to sell. I don't know what it is. Some of you guys, I got to hold on to this sucker. I'm going to, I got this stuff gripped so tight. It's like, well, you're going to have to let go, right? Look at these EMAs, guys. They have been rock solid. I mean, we can think of moon, and these things are just going to take us back down to the basement here. I'm just going to tell you for the time being. Is it bad? No. Why? Because the departure from the moving averages has been a great area to pick up. All right, it's been a great entry point. So it's not bad news. This has been the schedule equation. All right, departure, right? Accumulation, purchase, entry, and release. Boom. So it's just been consistent departure, accumulation, and boom, right? Down through. So we just almost every time, except for this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at this level, just look at how many times we hit up and through this area. We could go into the candle work here, but it's just consistent. This orange line, the blue, the purple line, just the 100, the 200. You'll reach a threshold in here. It'll seem like you're going to go up over it. It just hasn't wanted to. So in terms of those probabilities, even in here, just cruising along those EMA bands and capitulation. Here, testing that 200, and bam, testing only the 100. So you get into where you're pushing the 100, pushing the 200, right, and then really pushing up through, right. This is a key focal area in this specific zone, right. We talked about Elliott Wave International during that time. Exciting to see, right. Elliott Wave International published in the Library of Congress. That's pretty cool, huh? I'll pay attention to them. Some of the stuff that they have studied, and the New York Institute of Finance has actually been studied by the Federal Reserve. Whoa, the Federal Reserve. Very interesting, huh? I always pay attention to technicals when I know that there's an institution like the Federal Reserve that has done some guys a lot. They've done like a formalized study. Their economists, etc., have studied the patterns. I want to know about that. It's not just a Google idea or something like that. No, it's not like some guy that has a new idea in terms of a coin and where it's going to go. No, some of these patterns have been studied by the Federal Reserve. United States, right, is kind of front and center on a lot of this stuff. New York Institute of Finance. Look at the New York Stock Exchange. Like, what is it, 20, 30 trillion dollars in market cap? What's up, guys? I mean, that's exciting, huh? That's really exciting. So, yes, the EMA bands were the nemesis once again. And I'll just say it's nice because it made in line with this ascending triangle. The fact that they've been difficult, they've been real difficult, they've wanted to underperform. It gave us a really nice equation for a what? A really nice equation for a take. Bam. Okay? And you have to be prepared. I always tell people you have to hit the button. And shout out to Big Mike again. Okay, shout out to Big Mike. What's up, Big Mike? You the man. You the man. And I have to say this. Listen up. Everyone thinks when you say, man, you got to hit that button. Now, everyone thinks what? Well, everybody thinks that you have to hit that button to buy. Oh, okay. You have to hit the button to buy. Yes. I can hit. I'm gonna gear up. I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna be so excited because I'm gonna hit that button to buy. Yes. I'm gonna do it. I can do it. Right? Everyone gets excited like that. Okay, they get really it's going to be they're getting in the ring with the champ. They're gonna the champ, the other guy's going down in one round. Here we go. Right? No, guys. What is the deal? What's the big hidden factor there? You have to hit the button to buy, yes, and you have to hit the button to sell. Okay? That's the one thing. If someone says you got to hit that button, yeah, you do. And what is that? Well, you have to hit it to buy. We got that part. Boom. then what's the next challenge? Because that's the real battle. Let me say that's the real battle that people don't understand in the market is, I don't know, at least 50% of the equation, guys. The profit equation is governed by the entry, the exit. If you don't exit, there is no profit. Okay, unless you recapture that in your own account, or unless you pull that back in. So yes, you've got to, in terms of convert it back to your dollars and convert it back into something, close the trade, okay, or close part of the trade. So when we say hit that button, and Angel, he loves to say that, right? Hit that button. What I'm going to say is you got to hit the button twice, okay, sometimes more than that if you're going to schedule in and out, okay, but yes, on entry, boom. Then when? Well, you got to hit the button again to get out. Period. So you need to schedule in your mind. It's not just I'm going to hit the button, right? I'm going to hit the button, and I can do this now. London, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do this. I'm going to hit that button. I'm ready, right? I'm going to hit it. Bam, there you go. I hit it. Okay, good. Now you're in the trade. What are you going to do? You're going to have to hit the button again. Oh, okay, yeah, because no one thinks about that. I want you guys to focus on that. You have to hit it again. You're going to have to hit it again. So this, unfortunately, these orange and purple lines are what? They are just a reminder as to how consistently easy it has been now within this level of conformance now just to hit the button, right? And so I was excited for Freddie, right? It's just way to book that trade, way to hit the button, because he hit it twice. He didn't just hit it to get in. That's the easy part. That's the good part. He hit it to get out. So, way to go, Freddie, our champ for January 2022. And guys, I just bring up these EMA bands again. Are they par on par, and that's it exactly to the the nanocent boom? No, they're just the general guidelines. These have been the retracement, levels in terms of those thresholds that have been met. So I did ask that to Freddie. What's your threshold? Right? We've operated above that 200, the purple line, a few times, but not really of much note. So as you guys are scheduling in your entries and your exits, right? Just pay attention to those levels. Again, please kindly just pay attention to those levels. Now, I'm going to look on the other screen. I'm going to see who we have here and see what we have going on to see if you guys are busy. People may just be sleeping. Maybe the market, maybe it took it out of you guys. I don't know. It may have taken it out of guys today. I don't know. Maybe people FOMO'd in. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they were looking for a little bit more relief because the Fed did not raise interest rates. Instead, they scheduled up. And again, guys, that was in line with some expectations from Bloomberg, etc. Shout out to Bloomberg because they really had that nailed in terms of nothing would happen today. It would be a schedule up and a stage setting for their move in March. So, if you guys are paying attention to the real channels like Bloomberg, etc., you'll find that that information is readily available before that stuff happens. It's not, and I know you guys are, but it's not. As we talk about sophistication in the market, I don't need to explain that to you guys. You're very sophisticated investors and have been for a long time. So it's nice to be able to discuss trading with you. So in terms of this, I'd like to see the pattern formation in this specific zone. The coil will work. That's fine. The ascending triangle in line with this dotted line here. Buyers needing to step up at this level. Looks like it's caught that specific line thus far. We will see if buyers do hold. That's angled there for a reason. I have that there for a reason. On the 4 hourly, we have caught that specific line thus far. Buyers stepping in is going to be crucial. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at something potentially like a descending triangle, which we don't want to really which we do not want to deal with. So that's, we would like to pick up from this level. We understand, though, what we talk about. Lower prices are really like an extra swing at the plate in terms of ability to hit kind of a grand slam, in terms of additional future pricing. And I really think that Russia getting back on board, I just really think it's a big deal. Now, Putin did say, and I just want to say this, because Putin apparently, at least his office or someone on behalf of Russia, I think said that, and I think maybe he said that, I don't want to put words in his mouth if he didn't, but there was the notion communicated that they have some advantages in mining, etc. So, yeah, that's it's just crucial in terms of the development, the overall space. I view that as a very positive step today. I just do, okay? And in terms of, ability to function and trade, etc., I'm looking forward to that. And we want to shout out to Alan Clark, just because Alan Clark is a new subscriber. That's nice. I appreciate Alan Clark subscribing. Thank you, Alan. Thank you very much. And I hope that you're enjoying the market, and we always enjoy it more when we have heavy cash reserves. So I'm looking forward to you guys hitting me up in the DM. I'm going to say that right now. Do have more levels. We have more pricing targets right now, but I'm going to say this, guys. I want some input back from you. I asked for some likes on this specific issue. Go ahead and smash the like button. And what I want to do is, assuming we're not being completely stifled by YouTube, which could be happening. It's happened before. I am prepared. I'm fully prepared for that notion that maybe YouTube has just semi just stifled us down. I know that we're exclusive, and we wind up removing a lot of people from the chat, the community chat. So that's okay. If they do that, I understand. YouTube, I understand. I hope you're doing well, YouTube and Twitter. We appreciate the enterprise level of security on Twitter, and we're a select group. That's just it. So when I say exclusive, I mean it, right? So to that extent, there have been a few guys hanging around, and I've asked them to join Basecamp, and they didn't join Basecamp. So what do I always say? I say YouTube allows it, and we insist upon it, okay, in terms of joining the membership levels, etc. Those guys just got kicked out. And to the extent that they're just no longer able to communicate, that's no big deal. Hopefully they can still stay around and maybe learn some things and share the stuff with their friends. Maybe it'll be a good endeavor for them in 2022, but I don't want them taking up your time. BIP time is important, right? I just really, I know that. So we're currently on that 50% retracement from candle wick to candle wick. These are your pickup levels in here. I would always include that 86, and the 86 is just beautifully lined out in line with this prior 33,734 price target, okay? So pay attention to that level. It's interesting. I like that level. The golden pocket, okay, is about 35,167. About 35,000 would be the golden pocket. That's the next level down. And in terms of these guys, just compounding into your entries, not dollar cost averaging. Like, we're not boring. We're not dollar cost averaging anything. What I'll say is just always be prepared for the level below. You guys have that. VIP have that level. That would be the 65th percent retracement. Let's go ahead and just measure. What would 65% be? Let's just go ahead. It's real easy. 69,000 down to 61.8 would be what, guys? About 62 would be in line with that. 61.8 would be, okay, 42. No, would be, excuse me, looking at the minus 42,000, would be minus $42,698. That would be minus $42,000. 61.8 is going to be in and around $26,000. Okay, the 65th, 26.3 thereabout. The 65th percent retracement thereabout, and I'll give you the exact calculatives at some point, guys. 65th is going to be around 24,000. Call it 24,200. 24,000 to 500. Okay, you're going to want to play that maybe a little aggressively, because if it could dip down, I'll tell you, the guys who are going to be making money, the ones with scheduled orders at lower levels. If anything were to cut loose completely, and I'll tell you, on this specific pricing target, guys, I mean, it was our target, right? This was our target. Who else had that target? I never saw anybody else with that target, right? I wasn't looking, but no one else had that target. The 50% retracement, fine. This is our target. You have to consider the market came down and got our target. So that's important. That is important, right? It's confirmation in terms of what we're doing. So when we have another target, guys, the whole idea is to hit your targets. Like, you got to hit your targets, and you guys know that. So in terms of the price action, I'm just excited once again, and I'll keep this kind of short. And Freddie, you're not here again, so I can't show your video. But next time you're here and Angel is around, and I know you both have business and things to do tomorrow, so hopefully you guys can catch up on this in the morning. And I'll be shouting out to both you guys in the DM restricted zone in the back, giving you some extra, context. I want to keep some things to be a little bit, personal. That's kind of my idea, to keep a few things personal, right, in terms of the expression of that back zone there. So shout out to Ryan in Wyoming. I haven't heard from you in a while. And also to Caribe King. What's up, Carlos? Hope you're doing well. See your pictures there floating along the bottom, as well as to Josh. Shout out to you. Shout out to AJ Crypto, to Richard, to Jason's Lit. Shout out to Kuda. Shout out to just everybody, from Luke to I don't know who else we have. Ambrosio in the house. Ambrosio is all over VIP. Love to see Ambrosio. He's Mission Impossible, by the way. He's one of the coolest guys around. Steve-O. Shout out to Steve. And I may be missing somebody else who will filter through on the bottom in terms of the pictures, and let's see if there's anybody else who will just flip up real quick. This Jason's lit. He's the man. We'll close it out on Freddie. We will close it out on Freddie and just let you guys know that that's what a champ looks like. He's booking trades, and it's just important for us to reinforce that. Ryan popped up. Hey, Ryan, what's up? If there's other names, it's just your picture didn't square through in that period of time. But, yeah, I just want to shout out to Freddie. You are a champ. You are why VIP is around, okay? We appreciate all of your involvement. We definitely appreciate Angel for all your support and everything else. We just we want to know how those trades are going. All right, we want to know. No fear zone. We want to know how that's going. So, guys, everything is shaping up nicely in terms of the consolidation at this level. I would just say always with orders waiting at lower levels. Always. We have these two lower levels right here. Boom, boom. All right, then we have macro levels below that. I'm going to, I can show some technique real quickly that is kind of an advanced technique that no one necessarily you don't have to stick by this technique, but if you want interim levels, I would do something like this, right? I would do something like this. I would go from the preceding, right, okay, pivot down to this specific level here, and then I would raise up this into this zone here. I would look at these, okay, to see which of these might work as an interim level between that designated 65th percentile, the 61.8, that golden pocket. I would work with some extensions to get some Fibonacci calculatives in between these two levels, okay? Because it's a big drop between the 50% and the 61.8 to the 65th. There's a big drop. So I would work with some extensions and pull down some Fibonacci's into these lower levels. Guys, as you would work that, always remember with your extension tool, do what? Whatever, it's going to have 3 clicks to it, right? When you choose your extension, it's going to have 3 clicks. If you want your targets down, if you want to fill up the downside, you're going to start drawing down. Just remember that. Okay? So you're going to need to draw down. Draw down. Okay? If you want your targets down, draw down. Click, click, 2 pivots. Boom, boom. There you go. Real easy, okay? So work with those in terms of your targeting, especially as you see things that are non-conformant in the markets. Not everything is going to conform technically, okay? A lot of the more competitive coins, they're not going to conform technically. Just always remember with those extensions, if you want interim targets, etc., boom, boom. Whatever direction you want them in. You can use them as takes in terms of the profit taking. You can use them as takes. You're going to draw up if you want that, okay? You're going to want to draw up if you want your targets up. If you want your extensions up, you start drawing up. Click up, okay? If you want them down, just like that would be a retracement targeting tool, but it's a Fibonacci targeting tool is what it is. You would start up, click, and then you're heading down. Boom, boom. And then back up, boom. Okay, so pay attention to that framework as well, and as you deal with the lower time frames, kind of day trade these, I think it'll make more sense as you play with that extension tool. So let's see what Bitcoin has. I want to see how this specific area plays out. Again, be prepared. What I say, be prepared to operate anywhere in the green. It was nice that we just climbed this wall, wasn't it? Just climbing up that wall, a little bit aggressive in terms of that price action, but we did just climb that specific wall. That was nice back into the wedge. And, yeah, we've capitulated down. Let's see if the buyers can hold it. We can formulate that ascending triangle. Guys, I'll be in the back in the DM, etc. Hope you're doing well. And if you guys are taking a break, you're with the family, etc., hey, nothing like that. You guys enjoy that family and enjoy your time off from the market. If you guys taking a little time off from the market as well, I will be here and I'll be in the back if you guys need me at any point in time. That's my commitment to the VIP in 2022. I will be building it for you guys. Okay, that's my commitment. So we'll talk to you soon, guys. This is London with Crypto Kingdom and Bitcoin Spike. And shout out to Freddie. He booked a trade. The champ has booked a trade. That's what we're talking about. That's what I like to see in the VIP. Numero uno, January 2022. That guy right there. Way to go, Freddie. You broke through the resistance. You booked another trade today. You are what VIP is all about. Congratulations. We're excited to have you as a VIP member, and you're just killing it. Keep killing it, brother. We'll talk to you soon, guys. Take care of yourselves, and shout out to all the VIP.